Hello there, welcome to ChapterSkip. I'm Joe.
I'm Mark.
And I'm Shaun, and we're bringing you movie reviews with a twist.
And today we're going to take a look at The Hangover, Part 3. As I stated in our trailer review for the film, I haven't seen the previous two movies and I wasn't really that interested in seeing this addition to the series either, but Joe and Shaun were quite insistent that I join them at the cinema to see what the first is all about.
And once again, this film was written, directed and produced by Todd Phillips.
The film once more stars Bradley Cooper, Ed Helms and Zach Galifianakis, which means we get a pretty boy with lovely hair, a nerdy guy with glasses and an overweight guy with a beard.
That seems like an unlikely friendship to me.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen anyone matching those descriptions hanging out together, ever.
In the trailer review that we did back in April, we pretty much got it spot on. The writers have decided to go in a different direction with this movie, and I think for storyline purposes they probably did the right thing. The story is set 2 years after the wild events of Bangkok, and it kicks off with Alan, who is now off his ADHD medication. He buys a giraffe, causes its decapitation, and a multi-car pileup.
So what do people do in America when they make bad life decisions? Have an intervention.
And as I'm British, the whole intervention thing just sounds like the biggest pile of shit ever. What's wrong with just turning to your friend and saying, "Stop being a dick, you're pissing me off"? Alright guys, what are you doing?
Mark, come sit down. We'll go have a talk.
Mark, we're your friends, and we're here for you, but we think you need an intervention.
Is that thing when an alien kidnaps you? Because I've had that happen before.
Mark, have you been taking your medication?
No, it had weird side effects. Made my beard really itchy.
Look, Mark, I'm sorry, but you've really softened up lately. You used to be so opinionated and hateful.
I still am.
I mean, it was only yesterday, Mark, you was watching the Twilight films and you wanted them to do a remake.
Look, Mark, we've got some things to say. Joe?
Okay. This is from my heart. Mark, stop being a dick. You're really pissing me off. Love, Joe. Smiley face.
Whilst the Wolfpack head to Arizona to take Alan to a rehab clinic, Mr.Chow, who was locked up at the end of Hangover 2, breaks free from the Bangkok prison, and he sets up shop in Mexico.
The sequence was well shot, and I was starting to think that perhaps I had misjudged the movie. That was until my ears were assaulted by Hanson bopping, and I vomited into the lap of the person sitting next to me.
Yeah, thanks for that, Mark.
Sorry.
As it turns out, Chow has gotten on the wrong side of some pretty bad people, which stems back to the Hangover 1.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out if that was creative writing, Shaun, or just a bloody big coincidence.
John Goodman's character, Marshall, is the guy that Chow has pissed off, and Marshall knows that the only person that Chow has been in contact with is Alan. So he decides to make a little deal with the Wolfpack. If they can bring Mr. Chow to Marshall in 3 days, then he won't kill Doug.
So the rest of the movie is spent tracking Chow, with a few twists and turns along the way.
But if you are a wanted fugitive, then maybe you shouldn't be in a karaoke bar singing some Nine Inch Nails songs.
Probably right. I'm actually having a hard time in knowing what I really thought of this movie. I'm not a huge fan of the Hangover series. The first film was a major letdown, mainly due to its massive hype. I thought the second film was better, but still, it was the same thing, just in a different city, with a different person to find. I kinda like that this one went in a different direction.
Now, maybe you guys can explain something to me as I've not seen the previous movies, but I thought this was primarily supposed to be a comedy.
Well, there were some comedic moments in the movie, but they were few and far between, and the focus was devoted more toward character development and plot.
I mean, the film's called The Hangover. Where the hell was The Hangover?
Mark, we only say these things because we really care. We kind of like you.
Yeah, look, we've got you some new medication to try.
Oh, thanks guys. Can I have a bit of time to think on all this? Maybe have a biscuit?
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Bourbons?
Hobnobs?
Okay.
Sweet. Blue. happened last night?
I have no idea. The last thing I remember was eating biscuits and drinking some tea.
Yeah, the last thing I remember was putting my medication in everyone's tea.
You did what?
You said you want me back to my old self.
We did, but we didn't want to end up drugged with no memory of what happened last night.
Sorry. Where's Joe?
No idea. Check your phone.
There's a picture of me with some strippers. And here's one of you holding a microphone.
I think I remember where Joe is now. It was karaoke night last night at the strip club. We must have left him there.
Yes, I remember now. We sang The Lion Sleeps Tonight and then we went to the back room for that special 2-for-1 dance.
Dude, we didn't have enough money for a lap dance.
Wait, so who was that girl with the really soft, lovely hair?
That was me.
I thought it was strange that she had a penis. Let's
I
never
loved
talk
every
about
minute.
this again.
Yeah, let's not talk about it again.
Right. Go and find Joe.
As we'd expected, the series has been tied up nicely and a little bow has been placed on it. Was it the movie that everyone wanted? No. Is it a movie that people rave about? Nah. Is it a film that was made to shut people up? Hell yeah. This was blatantly made because people wanted to see more and the writing crew wanted to move on, so they made it. Gave people a new story, a few laughs and sent them on their merry way. But what troubles me is, if they wanted to round off the franchise, why did they then give you a little bit at the end? Which probably was the best bit of the movie, to be fair. It was weird. They did the film, they made it, so there was no chance of a fourth movie, and then BAM! Could it be that Todd Phillips is leaving it open just in case? Who knows?
The movie did have a great soundtrack, however. Well, apart from Hanson, obviously. But there were songs from Danzig, Black Sabbath, 9 Inch Nails, and the Coasters, to name but a few.
Joe!
You alright, mate?
Yeah, I think so. I had a really good night. There was these two girls. One had real silky long hair, and the other one was a bit bigger than what I usually go for, but they was both lovely.
That's right, 2 girls.
They left a message for you.
Yep, they want you to know that they are...
Married.
Yep, married, and they don't want their husbands to find out, so don't tell anybody, okay?
Okay. I'm sure one of them had a beard though. As I thought the first film was great, fresh and new, the second one was basically a carbon copy, and this one, Todd Phillips, the man who brought us Gigi Allen's Hated, what was you thinking? The film felt flat and lazy. Yes, I will give you credit for not doing the whole spiked thing again, but come on, you was just adding characters for the sake of it. The only good thing about this film was having John Goodman in it. This Wolfpack definitely cowered and peed on itself.
Now, I'm trying to think up a variety of words to sum up my thoughts on this film, but there's only one word that keeps coming back to me, and that's okay. And that pretty much sums the whole thing up. It was okay. I think if you're a hardcore fan of the first 2 films, then you can't really miss out on this film. It's a must, just to ride along with the Wolfpack once more. If you're like me and sort of like the first 2 movies, then it's not really worth taking a trip to the cinema to watch it. Just grab a rental.
For me, the film wasn't as bad as I was expecting. I thought it was just going to be a stream of dick and fart jokes, but at the same time it didn't really do anything for me. It was well shot, but ultimately I can't see what the fuss is about and why people rave about the series so much. If you're a fan of the previous movies, then you'll probably want to go and check this out, but for everyone else I'd say don't bother. You're not really missing out on anything.
Thanks for watching this film review for The Hangover Part 3. Let us know your thoughts on both the movie and our review. You can leave them in the comments section below, or you can post them to our Facebook or Twitter page. All the links are down below in the video description. Please subscribe to ChapterSkip and make sure you visit our channel every Saturday for more movie reviews. With a twist. Thanks.
And Marshall knows that the only person that Chow has been in contact with is Alan, so he decides to make a deal with the Wolfpack. And if they can bring Chow to Marshall... No, I kind of missed that.
Deal. He went, deal.
Yeah, because I realised...
That was amazing.
I tried to recover it
He
and
had a
thought...
stroke halfway through the word.
Yeah.
And then he brought it back like, what?